Really straight before we go ahead. You guys are mistaking a banger song in an album as the album to be the greatest album of all time. It is not. Yes, Metro did not hold nothing when it dropped. We don't trust you with Future. And that is just an album we are going to dig in really deep in this video. So let's start with how the album is. This album is really new. I mean, nothing in this album is really something no old or no something out fashioned, something like that. No. Metro sets the trend. Metro makes music for the future. He does not care if this music works or does not. He makes the music for the future. He keeps it real, he keeps it latest. That is important. Keeping it latest is important, and Metro never, I mean, for the whole album, I'm just going to summarize for you all in this one. Like right now, I have no complaints, no critic on Metro for the whole album. He did not disappoint me even a bit. He only played 50% contribution to this album. The other 50% was Future, the trap god. I'ma tell you, this guy had brought a lot of melodies in this album. You are not going to get tired of his melodies. They are so catchy. I mean, they does not leave your mind, not at all, not even a bit. And as speaking with experience, I heard to this album for a dozen times. And when I shut this album off, when I was trying to get some rest or doing some chores, doing some work, his melody always, kept in going in my mind. Like something, some of the song which was really catchy, it always caught my mind, and I was humming that melody for the whole day. Like I said, these melodies does not exit your empty mind. To be very honest, there is nothing relatable to me in this whole album. Nothing. I don't even do drugs, so nothing is relatable to me. There were many music that I wish to listen when I'm lifting weight. There are plenty of such musics. As I told you, Future has done an outstanding work in melodies, but he was stale and the topics that he talked about in this album. Other than taking shots at Drake, he was very repetitive with topics. Like he spoke about money, violence, drugs, guns, OD, drugs, some drug that were discontinued. He wants that, plug, jewelry, mansion, cars. These are all the things he talked about, and many of those things are just derivative of another. So that's the whole summary of Future in this whole album. And also very important, Trap does not even have heavy bars. They never had, and his bars were mid as fuck. So that's why I told you, you guys are mistaking this album to be the greatest album of the year or month. The delivery of this album with repetitive topics by Future and Metro being the whole new, like he rebranded himself. That was Metro in this album. The delivery was average. Now let's talk about production, and this is something I really want you all to note. Playboy Carti, he always, like in 2024, he has dropped a lot of songs, and in every song, he sounds like a human bug, like a mosquito. He sounds like that. Like he sounds like a fucking creature, but not in this album. He was sounding so human. So not even like a rapper, but so human. I am not a fan of Playboy Cardi, and I don't understand what is the hype about him. I just take him as a rapper, and in that realm also, he does not even impress me even a little bit. But in the song, he had tough bars. He was very good with respect to his performance in his upcoming album, I Am Music, and Kanye's album. He was way better in this one because Metro knows why he does not sound good on mic. So he fixed it. That's why big shout out to Metro for doing that. And in one song, Metro sucked. Yeah, he overproduced Travis feature, only Travis feature in the song type shit. Well, as you have guessed right, there is no story. If you just put every song one after each other, there comes out to be no story. But this album is way bigger than a story. And you know where I'm going with it. So like that Kendrick feature. Yes. I mean, Kendrick just he does not want to be disrespected. He said money, power, and respect. The last one better. J. Cole saying we the big three. In the song First Person Shooter, he did give a shout out to Kendrick Lamar, but only to just suppress him, just to punch him down. Because in that song he did talks about Kendrick Lamar, but he does not brags or appreciates him the way he is. He does not do that. On the contrary, he talks about him and Drake being the greatest of all time. So where does that leaves Kendrick Lamar? to the third. I mean to say he is in top 3, but he's not the first, second. He's the third. And that actually pisses off Kendrick. And if you're a Kendrick fan, it will piss you off too. So therefore, as J. Cole mentioned Kendrick's name, he did not want to come out as a subtle or sneak diss. He does not do that. He just brought in names. He just said what he wanted to say. He just targeted both guys, Drake and J. Cole. So that leaves to a new rap civil war kind of thing, like Avengers. In Metro's gang, we have The Weeknd, Kanye West, Travis Scott, Playboy Carti. That is a heavy ass gang. I don't want to fuck with them. Even if I was a D12 member, I wouldn't have fuck with them. But in Drake's gang, we have 21 Savage, Yeet, Sexy Reed, and J. Cole. Every rapper in Drake's gang, that is Drake himself, J. Cole, and 21 Savage, except these rappers, every other rapper is weak. Like Playboy Carti in Metro's gang, he's weak as fuck. But you know what? If Metro decides to add Pusha T in his gang, yes, the guy who cooked Drake, many of Drake fans don't want to accept it, but this is what it is. Pusha T cooked Drake front and back. As a matter of fact, he's the reason why Adonis has a father. In other words, a war is coming to your door. You better fasten your seatbelts to witness it, because this is going to rebuild the hip hop industry forever. Anyway, this is what I rate this album. And I think Metro has overused Prodigy's sample, but it is fine. And also the Quiet Storm sample. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it insanely. And speaking of samples, Easy E sample in the song Like That, it was good as well. I loved it. I just loved it. Anyway, I hope you like this video. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more such videos.